The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Williams going to get it again on second down. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Montana. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On first down, Montana. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Montana, never a great runner of the football, but he's got a first down there. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
1st and 10 for Montana and company. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ward.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is works a defender
towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Montana. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now Montana. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Montana going for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
No, we changed it.
On the draw, this is Davis. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
We changed it.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
No, we changed it.
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Up the middle to Davis. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Lamar changing the look. A first down carry for Davis. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Jackson now. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They will look to throw. Montana, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Joe Montana on second down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5. Here's Montana to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The ageless one, Julius Peppers, in to bring him down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Jackson to throw.
When a ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete, sometimes it's almost insignificant, but not in this game because 3 interceptions have already been thrown. So when this one got tipped in the air, you just had to wonder, could this be the 4th? Instead, it falls incomplete, and the guys on offense breathe a sigh of relief.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Williams diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
You think back to 2022 with Detroit, Jamal Williams just unstoppable down near the goal line. 17 rushing touchdowns, 13 of those were from 2 yards or less. He's just an absolute battering ram down in this part of the field, and he finishes off another drive in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
on, ready?
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4
With Charles Davis. Gordon. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Open man right side is Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Inside handoff, Henry. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Derrick Henry, 54 yards. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.